Okay, good morning, all. Okay, today we are going to learn the second part of the Plasmodium life cycle. The second part in the second host. We already completed one host. Okay, this is the primary host or definitive host or invertebrate host. The life cycle of Plasmodium in invertebrate host. Okay, the invertebrate host is, what is that? Female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, how the life cycle, sexual cycle, as sexual cycle takes place here. As sexual cycle takes place here, it is called primary host. Okay, the otherwise called as definite host, or it is the invertebrate host. This is the crop of the mosquito. Okay, this is one of the part in the elementary canal of mosquito. Elementary can, like we have in our elementary canal, we have various parts. Good morning, Pleasant. Good morning, Vamsi, and Charita. Good morning, Karthik. Good morning, Nageswara. Good morning, Raju. Good morning, Syed. Good morning, Buddhesh. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Okay, Pushpa. Good morning. Okay, this is the life cycle. This diagram represents the crop of the mosquito, otherwise called stomach of the mosquito. What is going here in the stomach of the mosquito? We are going to learn what is going outside. It's a stomach wall or crop wall, or what is happening inside that stomach lumen of the stomach or crop. Okay, that we are going to learn here. This is another important essay in this lesson. Up to now, we have learned two essays. One is female Anopheles cycle in man, that is called asexual cycle or human phase. The other one is Entamoeba histolytica life cycle. I had breakfast. I am going to have lunch. I am going to have water now. Okay, some of you not sending your work every day. Am I allotting some work? But there is no response from some students sending work. They are asking me to ask questions. They are giving good answers. But some of the students, okay, Vamsi, Venkat Reddy, hi. Still, some students have to join. Still, maybe they are sleeping or taking rest after chemistry class. Maybe the battery is completely used up. Okay, they might have kept on charging. 3 classes in a row: physics, chemistry. For mathematics students like Karthik, mathematics for 3 classes. This is the final class. The battery is completely used up, I think. Okay, right. Okay, let us start without wasting time. Okay, life cycle of Anopheles mosquito, female Anopheles, not male Anopheles mosquito. This is also called as, this is the sexual cycle. Okay, this is sexual cycle. Sexual cycle. It is also called as Ross cycle. Ross cycle. Okay, in exam they may ask any one of these three. Okay, they may ask you to explain, to describe Ross cycle, or they may ask you to describe sexual cycle of the Plasmodium, or they may ask you life cycle in the mosquito phase. Okay, life cycle of Plasmodium in the female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, right. In the yesterday I told you the infective stage of recently in the NEET mock test papers also. I told you earlier, NTA, National Testing Agency, every day they are releasing one mock test paper. Okay, for students who have already completed their intermediate BPC, and also for the students who are taking their long-term coaching. And in that paper, they have asked one bit, that is, okay, here I am taking human being, and this is a mosquito. Human being and mosquito. From the human being, which stage is going to the mosquito? From the human being, which stages are going to the mosquito? What is the infective stage of Plasmodium to mosquito? From the human being, what are going to the mosquito are gametocytes. Observe here. Okay, these are the gametocytes. Yesterday we talked at the end of erythrocytic cycle. We learned that after repeated erythrocytic cycles, some of the merozoites they develop into male gametocytes and female gametocytes. They develop into male gametocytes and female gametocytes. Now, from when mosquito sucks our blood, from our blood, gametocytes are going to the mosquito. That means the infective stage to the mosquito is gametocytes. When a infected mosquito, now this mosquito is called infective female Anopheles mosquito because in its body what are there? Gametocytes are there. Okay, when these gametocytes undergo further development, and then when this infected female Anopheles mosquito bites a human being, sporozoites enter into our body. That means the infective stage to human being is sporozoite. This bit was asked in NTA mock test papers. Okay, it is very important. Note down. Okay, the infective stage to the mosquito is gametocyte. The infective stage to the human beings is the sporozoite. Right. Okay, as I told you earlier, for example, I am a malarial patient. I have malaria. When mosquito bites me, from my blood, gametocytes, amoeboid stage, signet ring stage, merozoite stage of erythrocytic cycle, and other stages enter into the crop of the mosquito. That means stomach of the, when it sucks blood, it goes into its stomach. They go into the stomach. Okay, in this stomach, in the crop, all are digested. All stages, amoeboid stage is digested by the enzymes of the mosquito, and the signet ring stage is digested. And trophozoite stage is digested. All stages are digested by the enzymes of the mosquito, except gametocytes. Gametocytes are not digested by the mosquito enzymes. Okay, now here only gametocytes are left. The remaining stages are digested by the action of enzymes of the mosquito. Okay, now these gametocytes undergo further development here in the crop as well as in the crop wall. How the development takes place, okay, that we are going to study. That is our focus now. Good morning, Afreen. Good morning. Shyam, good morning. Okay, right. There are four stages in the life cycle of Anopheles. Okay, listen these four stages. It is important essay, very important essay. And what are they? Gametogony, fertilization. Next one, formation of ookinete and oocyst, and sporogony. I repeat again slowly. Okay, first one is gametogony. What is that? Gametogony. You must learn right now, right there. Okay, at your home. Good morning, Syam. Okay, next gametogony. Next stage is fertilization. The third one is formation of ookinete. These spellings are very important. ookinete. These are the new terms. You have to practice them. You can master them if you practice them. Ookinete, oocyst, and last one is sporogony. What is that? Sporogony. Gametogony, fertilization, formation, and last one is sporogony. Gametogony, fertilization, formation, and sporogony. Goni, not Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Okay, goni. What is this goni? Gametogony, not Dhoni. And the last one is also goni. That is which goni? Sporogony. Sporozoites are formed. And next one, fertilization, formation. Okay, two gonies are there, two nations are there, sporogony and gametogony, fertilization, formation. Okay, I repeat again, gametogony, fertilization, formation, and sporogony. Gametogony. Let us talk first about gametogony. I think you got these 4 stages now. Okay, what is the first one? Can you tell? Gametogony. What are the gametes are formed in gametogony? Next one. You are not clearing my doubt. What is your doubt? Not life cycle of Plasmodium in Anopheles. Sir, you are not clearing my doubt. Okay, it is the life cycle of Plasmodium in mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito. I have written here life cycle of Plasmodium in mosquito Anopheles. Life cycle, not a life cycle of Anopheles. It is the life cycle of Plasmodium in Anopheles. Okay, it is also called sexual cycle, or we can say mosquito phase, are also called as Ross cycle. Okay, then what is the first one? Gametogony. Next one, it is the life cycle of Plasmodium in mosquito. Next one is fertilization. Okay, let us start the first step. What is the first step? Gametogony. What is meant by gametogony? The process of formation of gametes from gametocytes. Okay, yesterday we learned when mosquito bites a malarial patient during night time, from the body of that malarial patient, gametocytes enter into the crop of the mosquito. Okay, from these gametocytes in the mosquito, now the gametocytes are in the mosquito. Okay, the gametocytes form gametes. The process of formation of gametes from gametocytes is called as gametogony. The name itself telling gametogony. In gametogony, gametes are formed. Gametes are formed from which stage? Gametes are formed from gametocytes, not gamete. Gametes are formed. What are those gametes? Male gamete and female gametes are formed. The male gamete and female gametes are formed from gametocytes. Okay, that is called gametogony. That is the definition of gametogony. Where does it take place? It takes place in the lumen of the crop. Okay, this space. Okay, this is the crop. This is the crop ni man cut chesam. The crop of the mosquito is dissected. Crop nu cut cheste lopali idantha. For example, if you take our stomach, okay, inside our stomach there is a space. This space is called lumen. Similarly, it is doma stomach, mosquito stomach, or we can say crop. ఈ క్రాప్ లోపల స్పేస్ ఉంటుంది. దిస్ స్పేస్ ఇదంతా కూడా lumen. This is the lumen. In this lumen, these all changes are taking place in the lumen. Good morning, Anuradha. Sir, gametes will transfer through blood. No, through the blood, gametocytes are transferred, not the gametes. Gametocytes, don't get confused. Okay, yesterday we learned at the end of the erythrocytic cycle, and when after repeated erythrocytic cycle, okay, some of the erythrocytic merozoites, okay, enter into enter into the crop of the mosquito, not only gametocytes, other stages also may enter signet ring stage. They all are digested except gametocytes. Okay, these are the gametocyte. This is a male gametocyte, smaller in size but larger nucleus. This is a female nucleus, larger in size but smaller nucleus. Okay, by looking at these gametocytes, you can identify based on their size and nucleus. This is the smaller in size, but it has larger nucleus. This is larger in size, but it has smaller nucleus. This is the female gametocyte, not gamete. This is the male gametocyte. Okay, from these male and female gametocytes, gametes are formed. That is called gametogony. That gametogony takes place in the lumen. The second point I told you here, I told you what is meant by gametogony. What is meant by gametogony? I defined it. Now I am telling you where does it take place. It takes place in the lumen of the crop of the mosquito. Okay, lumen crop means nothing but our stomach. We can compare with our stomach in the mosquito. Okay, this is the lumen where that process of gametogony takes place. Okay, right. Come to the next one. In this gametogony, there are two steps are there. There are two steps. One is A, another one B. I have written here A and B. What is the A? The first step, formation of male gametes. How male gametes are formed, we are going to learn that. In this one, we have 2 marks also, that is called exflagellation process. Okay, you have to pay lot of attention, rapt attention. Otherwise, it will be a little bit difficult to learn. Okay, you have to learn it points wise. You have to write it points wise. After this evening, you have to send me this essay. You have to learn today itself. Okay, next, formation of male gametes. From the male gametocyte, observe this one. This is the male gametocyte. From the male gametocyte, finally, male gamete or microgamete. The male gametocyte is also called microgametocyte, because it is smaller than this one. It is also called microgametocyte or male gametocyte. This male gametocyte, from this microgametocyte or male gametocyte, what is formed finally after this process? What is formed is male gamete or microgamete. Male gamete is also called as a haploid male gamete or microgamete is formed. This process is called formation of male gamete. Now we are going to learn that. Okay, formation of male gametocyte. Okay, formation of male gamete. From the male gametocyte, male gametes are formed. What happens? Look at this one. What is this one? Male gametocyte, also known as microgametocyte. You know what is this structure? This is nucleus. The nucleus of microgametocyte or male gametocyte undergoes divisions 3 times, and it forms nearly 8 pronuclei. But in this diagram, only 6 are shown. Okay, these are called pronuclei. The nucleus of the male microgametocyte or male gametocyte undergoes divisions and results in the formation of 8 pronuclei. These pronuclei are arranged. Okay, they are in the periphery. Okay, they are not in the center. As I told you yesterday, in the case of signet ring stage, during the signet ring stage, one vacuole is formed. Okay, that foot vacuole pushes the cytoplasm as well as nucleus to the periphery. Okay, that's why it appears like a ring. That is called signet ring stage. Here also, the pronuclei are not in the middle; they are in the periphery. Then, okay, karyokinesis completed. division of nucleus is called karyokinesis. Here the nucleus underwent three division and results in the formation of 8 pronuclei. 8 pronuclei. Now the cytoplasm is pushed out. Like you can observe here. Here there is cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is pushed out. The cytoplasm is pushed out and to form flagella-like structures. Flagella-like structures. You learnt in Euglena there is a flagellum. Locomotive in bacteria also flagella are there, which are the locomotory organs. Okay, the cytoplasm of the microgametocyte is pushed out and form. There are flagella-like process. Into each flagellum-like process, one pronucleus enters. Here one pronucleus, here one pronucleus, here one pronucleus, here this is one pronucleus. Okay, first what happened? Okay, karyokinesis took place, division of nucleus. Then the cytoplasm is pushed out in the form of 8 flagella-like structures. Into this each flagellum-like structure, one pronucleus enters. Now, what happens is, okay, this flagellum-like structure now it shows lashing movements. Lash means corda. It shows lashing movements and gets separated. Okay, sometimes whenever kite is flying in the air, the thread may be separated. Okay, like that, it's showing it is showing lashing movement and it gets separated. Okay, now we call this one the one that got separated from this one is called male gamete or microgamete. In this way, okay, this process is called exflagellation. Exflagellation, it is 2 marks. The male gametes, the resultant structures as a result of exflagellation. X means outside. Flagella-like structures are formed outside. Okay, next, this process is called exflagellation. The resultant products of exflagellation are, okay, what are they? Gametes are formed. Okay, this is the formation of male gametes. This is one of the in the 2 step. This is one step in gametogony. Gametogony, 2 steps. One is formation of male gamete. Now we take the formation of female gamete. The formation of female gamete is a little bit easier. Okay, formation of female gametes. From the female gametocyte, it undergoes few changes, not many changes like microgametocyte or male gametocyte. It undergoes few changes and it develops into female gamete or macrogamete. You can say female gametocyte also as a macrogametocyte as it is larger than this one. Now the macrogametocyte or female gametocyte, after undergoing some changes, and here no division of the nucleus, here nucleus divided, here no division of the nucleus, no karyokinesis here, no cytokinesis here, and it forms female gamete or also called as macrogamete. Okay, this process is called maturation. Okay, this process is called maturation. Okay, the female gametocyte after undergo. Okay, Zakir Hussain, good morning. The female gametocyte after undergoing some changes, it becomes into a female gamete or macrogamete, and this process is called maturation. At the end of the maturation, what happens is, here also the nucleus is pushed towards, it comes towards the periphery. The nucleus also comes towards the periphery in the female gametocyte also. Okay, now in the female gamete, Okay, now at the site where nucleus is present, the cytoplasm is pushed out and form a cone-like structure. This is called fertilizing cone. This is called fertilizing cone. This is the place where male gamete enters into the female gamete. Okay, this structure is called fertilization cone. Okay, that's about the formation of female gametes. With this, the first step in the sexual cycle of Plasmodium in mosquito is completed. That is, gametogony is completed. Okay, what is the result of this gametogony? Two gametes are formed. One is male gamete or microgamete. The other one is female gamete or macrogamete are formed, which are haploid, having one set of chromosomes. Okay, now come to the second step, gametogony, fertilization. The second step is fertilization. Okay, fertilization occurs in lumen like gametogony. This entire process, okay, what I have described you, okay, this process is taking place in lumen. Okay, it occurred in lumen. The next one also, what I'm going to explain, the next one is fertilization. That also takes place in the lumen. Okay, come to the next one, the fertilization. Fertilization here, okay, male gamete and female gametes fuse diluent. You are familiar with that? Okay, what is meant by fertilization? Everyone knows the fusion of male gamete, the actively moving. Here, the male gamete is motile, female gamete is stationary, non-motile. In human beings, in case of in 10th class, you learn in 10th class, you learn fertilization, zygote and morula, blastula, you learn embryonic development, you learn those all things. Okay, fertilization means fusion of male and it is also called as syngamy. Syngamy. Okay, fertilization is also called as syngamy. Okay, fertilization occurs in which part? Lumen. What is meant by fertilization? I told you. Then after that, where does it occur? It occurs in lumen. Fertilization is also called as syngamy. Those are the 3 points we learned related to fertilization up to now. Then, what is meant by fertilization here? Male and female gamete fusion form a diploid zygote. Diploid zygote. Here, look at this one. This is the zygote, which is a 2N. Okay, now this male gamete moves towards the female gamete, and that means male gamete is motile. That means it is able to move, and it reaches the fertilization cone of the female, and it enters inside, and this is called as a fertilization. Okay, that as a result of fertilization, what is formed is a zygote. Zygote is a female gamete with syncaryon. What do you mean by syncaryon? I will tell you now. Okay, male gamete and female gamete and fusion together form zygote. Okay, look at this one. Okay, this is the pronucleus. This is the pronucleus of the female gamete. This is the pronucleus of the male gamete. Okay, male gamete has its own nucleus with containing genetic material DNA. Female gamete also has its own nucleus having one set of chromosomes having DNA. Okay, now the two pronucleus, singular word pronucleus, the pronucleus of female gamete, the pronucleus of male gamete, they come together and form a nucleus. This is called syncaryon. Syncaryon, I write it here. Female pronucleus, male pronucleus, male pronucleus, they fuse together and form another nucleus. Syn means together. Rendu kalisi. This is the pronucleus. This is one pronucleus. Rendu pronucleus kalisi oka nucleus in form chestayi. That is called syncaryon. Syncaryon. Syn ante kalavadam. క్యారియర్ అంటే న్యూక్లియస్, రెండు న్యూక్లియస్లు కలిసి ఫామ్ అయిన న్యూక్లియస్ సింకారియన్. ఇట్ ఈస్ డిప్లాయిడ్, ఇట్ హ్యాస్ two sets of chromosome because it is formed as a result of fusion of two pronuclei. You know what is formed? Syncarian. This is it has two sets of chromosome. Okay, now how do I define zygote? Zygote is nothing but a female gamete. A female gamete. What is this one? This is a female gamete, but what inside of, but this is also female gamete. Okay, zygote also female gamete, but this female gamete with only its pronucleus. But this is a female gamete with syncarion. A female gamete with syncarion, we call it zygote. Okay, zygote is a diploid diploid state is restored here. Okay, there are diploid conditions. Okay, they undergo divisions and haploid condition appeared here, and again the diploid condition restored. They come with this diploid condition malli osum. Okay, now zygote is formed. And here one more important point. Okay, the fertilization in human beings and the fertilization here can be described as a anisogamy. What is meant by anisogamy? Anuradha, I am going to ask you one question particularly, not remaining students. Tell me what is the fourth step in this life cycle? Whether you are following lesson, I would like to know. What is the fourth step in the life cycle of Plasmodium in mosquito? Don't look at book and answer it. I want individual answer, not group answer. One person typing answer, remaining also following his footsteps and typing very quickly. You are masters in typing because always you are staying on okay, social networks, okay, unnecessary chattings, okay, sharing unnecessary photos, wasting your time, distractions. There are so many distractions, especially for you. Okay, I asked Anuradha, but response came from Kusma and Syed. Are you there? Okay, some students may go away. They may stop their phone and go away because Sari is asking questions. He is pestering questions. Okay, no response from Anuradha. Maybe she is not there, not following lesson. Okay, right. Where I have stopped here, zygote we compared. In human beings, the fertilization is called anisogamy. What does it mean? Anisogamy means, iso means same. Here two different gametes, that means that the gametes which are dissimilar in shape and size are fusing to form zygote. That's why this syngamy is called, syngamy means fertilization. It is called anisogamy. Anisogamy. Okay, I will tell you human beings, then you can understand easily. Okay, you know, okay, this is the male gamete sperm and this is the ovum. The ovum and sperm are not similar, they are dissimilar. Dissimilar in shape, they are also dissimilar in size. Okay, the sperm is microscopic, very small, whereas ovum is macroscopic. Okay, one is motile, the sperm is motile, it is able to swim, it has a nook, it has a tail. But on the other hand, the female gamete is stationary, it cannot move. Okay, the two different gamete, two dissimilar gamete. These two gametes are dissimilar in size as well as shape. Okay, they are fusing. Okay, they are fusing. Okay, head it has a neck, it has a middle piece, it also has a tail. Middle piece has mitochondria, which liberate energy. Okay, which help in swimming. Okay, now these two dissimilar gametes together and form a zygote. This type of fertilization is called anisogamy. An isogamy, two different gametes, two different means, okay, two dissimilar gametes, okay, dissimilar, not similar, opposite to similar. Okay, they are dissimilar in size, they are dissimilar in shape, and they are coming together and they are fusing together. That resultant structure is the zygote, and this type of fertilization is called anisogamy. In some cases, the both gametes may be similar in some organism, and this is called isogamy. Such kind of fertilization is called isogamy, where both male and female gametes are similar. Okay, the both similar gametes fuse. Okay, that type of fertilization is called, okay, isogamy. But in case of human beings and in case of plasmodium in mosquito, here this fertilization is anisogamy, not isogamy. That is also important one. Okay, up to now we completed two steps. Okay, isogamy means two similar gametes. Okay, when they fuse and form zygote, that is called isogamy. And this is anisogamy. That's the second step, completed fertilization. I repeat again, what is meant by fertilization? The fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. Where does it occur? It occurs in the lumen of the crop of the mosquito. Okay, next, it is also called as fertilization is also called as syngamy, singamalai, not singamalai, syngamy. You can remember with that dialogue, singamalai. Okay, syngamy. Okay, next here fertilization. Okay, what happens during fertilization? The pronucleus of the female gamete, the pronucleus of male gamete, they come together and form a synkaryon. What is that? Synkaryon. A female gamete with synkaryon is called zygote. A female gamete with synkaryon is called zygote. Zygote is non-motile. Zygote is non-motile. Zygote is diploid. This is the first diploid stage here. The first diploid stage, it is non-motile. It cannot move. It is round in shape. It is round in shape and it cannot move. Okay, that's the end of fertilization. It is called anisogamy. I told you why it is because two dissimilar gametes are fusing here. Okay, we learned up to now first step, formation of gametes, that is gametogony, which occurs in lumen, and fertilization 2 occurs in lumen. Okay, move on to the next one, that is formation of ookinete and oocyst. Formation of ookinete and oocyst. Okay, come here. Okay, this is the zygote which is non-motile, which is round in shape. But after a few hours, 18 to 24 hours of time, this zygote transforms in shape. It becomes a long, slender, motile, and the motile means able to move. Long, slender, it is round. Let us make comparison between zygote and this structure. This structure is called vermicule or ookinete. Now the side heading here. Formation of ookinete. O-O-O-C-I-N-E-T, ookinete. Formation of ookinete after a period of 18 to 24 hours. Okay, after fertilization జరిగిన 18 to 24 hours తర్వాత అప్పటి వరకు zygote మామూలుగా ఉంటుంది. Okay, now what happens is the zygote, it transforms its shape. It becomes long, slender, okay, vermicule, worm-like structure. Okay, this structure, motile structure, this is called ookinete or vermicule is formed. Why it transformed its shape? Because now it wants to come out of the crop. If it is round, it cannot make a hole. It cannot penetrate. This is the wall of the crop. Okay, this is a wall. Okay, this is the wall of the crop. For example, if you want to hit a nail in a wall, okay, with a hammer, okay, you cannot if the nail has this blunt end, it is very difficult to enter into the wall. But if it has a pointed end, it can easily enter into the wall. It can easily penetrate into that. Okay, like that, if you know sperm head has acrosome, okay, which helps in penetration of sperm into the ovum. Okay, like that, okay, if it is round, it is very difficult to pass through, to penetrate through the crop wall. That's why it's transformed, its form in shape. It has changed its shape. Now it has become long, slender. Okay, long, slender, and motile. It is able to move. Okay, this long, motile, slender. Okay, structure is called as a vermicule or ookinete. Now, what does it do? Now it makes it penetrates. Okay, you can see here, this is the epithelium, these are the cells. Okay, ఆ సెల్స్ అన్ని కూడా ఇక్కడ ఉంటాయి, కానీ ఓన్లీ పర్టికులర్ ప్లేస్ లో చూస్తున్నాం, అది అక్కడ పెనెట్రేట్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి. Okay, now it is penetrating through the crop wall, and this is the below this epithelium there is one layer. Okay, I have drawn in black color. Okay, this layer, this is called as a basement membrane. బేస్మెంట్, మన ఇల్లు కట్టేటప్పుడు పునాది వేస్తాం, బేస్మెంట్. లైక్ దట్ ఎపిథీలియల్ సెల్స్ ఆల్సో రెస్ట్ ఆన్ ఏ బేస్మెంట్ మెంబ్రేన్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, మనం గోడ కట్టేటప్పుడు వి కీప్ బ్రిక్స్. ఆ బ్రిక్స్ కింద దాన్ని పట్టుకొని ఉండడానికి సిమెంట్ వేస్తాం. లైక్ ఆ సిమెంట్ లైక్ సబ్స్టెన్స్ మనకి ఎవరంటే బేస్, ఈ బ్లాక్ కలర్ లో డ్రా చేసిన బేస్మెంట్ మెంబ్రేన్. No, it does not come out of the stomach. Okay, that is what I am going to tell here. Okay, now this is the basement membrane. Now it lies beneath the basement membrane. This layer, outer layer. Okay, this is the basement membrane. It lies below the basement membrane. It does not come out of the crop. Our stomach lo nunchi bayatiki ippude raadu. Okay, just staying beneath it has crossed epithelial cell pass chesin, but still there is a membrane called basement membrane. Okay, you learn more about that basement membrane, okay, in the structural organization in animal. In that lesson you learn epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. Okay, when you study about the epithelial tissue, you come across this term basement membrane. It has basal lamina, reticular lamina. There are two layers are there. Okay, you learn more things about that form. Okay, that basement membrane in the epithelial tissue. Okay, now it has come out. Once it comes out means, okay, it penetrates through the epithelium and it settles down below the basement membrane. Okay, this is the basement membrane. This layer is basement membrane, and that is basement membrane. And below this one there is this structure is called oocyst. This is called oocyst because it has formed a cyst wall around its body. It formed a wall, cyst wall. This stage is called oocyst. First time form the ookinete form. After ookinete form అయిన తర్వాత కొంత టైంకి ఏం ఫామ్ అయింది? oocyst. The difference between ookinete ఎలా ఉంది? ookinete lumen లో ఫామ్ అయింది. Ookinete is formed in the lumen. After that it penetrates, it pierces through the crop wall, but it settles down beneath the basement membrane. ఇప్పుడు బయటకు వచ్చిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ again it becomes round in shape. It forms a cyst wall around its body. Now this structure is called as a oocyst. This is the third step completed. Okay, earlier I told you, at the beginning of this plasmodium topic, when we were discussing about the history of the malaria, on that day I told you, Ronald Ross observed, these oocysts on the crop of the mosquito. And meeku first roju diagram is chinna diagram cheppanu. Okay, ade dini meaning adi. Okay, Ronald Ross, a British doctor, while he was working. Okay, when he was working in Secunderabad, he observed the crop of the mosquito. On the crop of the mosquito, he observed some nodule-like structures, like root nodule-like structures, and those structures are called, for which he was given Nobel Prize in the year 1902 for his work on malaria. Okay, that structure, ఆ రోజు మీకు చెప్పిన స్ట్రక్చర్ ఎవరంటే ఇదే oocyst. Okay, oocyst also diploid structure. Oocyst also diploid. Zygote is the first diploid stage. Ookinete also diploid stage. Ookinete also diploid. Oocyst also diploid in condition. These all are diploid stages. Okay, with this third step completed, what is the third step? Formation of ookinete and oocyst completed. Okay, I repeat again briefly. Zygote, which is motile, which is non-motile, which is round in shape, okay, which is spherical. Okay, that zygote after 18 to 24 hours, it transforms into a long, slender, motile, vermicule-like structure. That is called, okay, vermicule. Okay, that is vermicule, otherwise called ookinete. That vermicule, it pierces through the wall of the crop and settles down beneath the basement membrane. Okay, once it settles there, it forms a cyst around its polycyst wall, and that stage is called as a oocyst. అంటే ookinete కాస్త oocyst గా కన్వర్ట్ అయింది. It forms cyst wall around its body. Now it is out. ఇది ఎక్కడ ఫామ్ అయిందంటే ఇది క్రాప్ స్టమక్ వాల్ లో ఫామ్ అయింది, నాట్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ద స్టమక్. స్టమక్ అంటే స్టమక్ నుంచి బయటకు రాలేదు, స్టమక్ కి లోపలే ఉంది, స్టమక్ బేస్మెంట్ మెంబ్రేన్ బిలోగా. Now this structure is called oocyst. Okay, what is the further the last step? Now we come to the last step. Okay, this last step is called as, it is called sporogony. Sporogony. First one gametogony, second one fertilization, third one this step ookinete and oocyst. The last step is sporogony. Okay, in this step we are going to learn sporozoites are formed. We learn, okay, మీకు ఇందా చెప్పాను బిగినింగ్ లో, infective stage of plasmodium to man is sporozoite. ఈ స్టెప్ లో స్పోరోజైట్స్ ఎలా ఫామ్ అవుతున్నాయో నిన్న ఒకరు అడిగారు, ఎవరో డౌట్ అడిగారు, సార్ మస్కిటోకి ఏం కాదండి, మస్కిటోలో చూడండి ఇప్పుడు ఇది క్రాప్ వాల్, ఆ క్రాప్ వాల్ కూడా దానికి కూడా కొంత డ్యామేజ్ జరుగుతుంది, క్రాప్ వాల్ కూడా ఇన్ఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. Now, okay, sporogony formation. What is meant by sporogony? Look at the definition here. Okay, from the oocyst, what are formed? Okay, sporozoites are formed. Sporozoites are formed from the oocyst. This step is called as sporogony. What are formed here? Sporozoites are formed. Okay, oocyst lopala, sporozoites form అవుతాయి. దాన్ని మనం ఏమంటామంటే sporogony. Okay, according to one scientist called Bono, and ఇందాక oocyst లో ఎన్ని ఫామ్ అవుతాయి అంటే 50 to 500 oocyst వరకు క్రాప్ వాల్ లో ఉంటాయి. ఇలాంటి oocyst క్రాప్ వాల్ అంటే మస్కిటో యొక్క క్రాప్ వాల్ లో, స్టమక్ వాల్ లో అరౌండ్ 50 to 500 ఉంటాయి. అవన్నీ ఎలా కనిపిస్తాయంటే, in leguminaceae plant there are root nodules where there is Rhizobium leguminosarum bacterium is formed, which fixes the atmospheric free nitrogen into salts of nitrogen like nitrate and nitrites. ఇలాంటి స్ట్రక్చర్స్ క్రాప్ వాల్ నియర్లీ 50 to 500 ఉంటాయి. వాటిని రొనాల్డ్ రాస్ అబ్జర్వ్ చేయడం జరిగింది ఫస్ట్ టైం. Okay, the first, okay, according to one scientist called Bono, okay, ఈ scientist ప్రకారం, according to this scientist, first, okay, in this oocyst there is a nucleus. Okay, it undergoes first reduction division. Reduction division is also called mangroves. Mangroves are different. They grow in marshy areas. The leguminaceae plants are different. Okay, very good. Vamsi. Okay, meiosis. Reduction division is also called meiosis. In 10th class, you learn cell division, mitosis, and meiosis. In meiosis, the chromosome number is reduced to half. It is called reduction division. According to Bono, in this nucleus, first it undergoes first it undergoes a meiotic division, reduction division, followed by mitotic division. Okay, mitotic division jarugutundi. As a result of that, okay, many nuclei are formed. These all are nuclei. Many nuclei are formed. Around each nucleus, around each nucleus, some cytoplasm also accumulates there. Some cytoplasm also joins there. Okay, this is the nucleus. That means division of nucleus is called karyokinesis. Now the cytoplasm also around that each nucleus, some cytoplasm is accumulated, and what is formed then is a sporocyst. What is meant by sporocyst? A oocyst with the sporozoite is called sporocyst. Oocyst ఇది కూడా oocyst. A oocyst, ఇక్కడ oocyst లో sporozoites లేవు, బట్ ఇక్కడ oocyst లో sporozoites ఉన్నాయి. A oocyst with sporozoites is called sporocyst. A oocyst, okay, oocyst లో స్పెల్లింగ్ ఏంటి? OOCYST. ఒక ఓన్ తీసేసాం, దాని ప్లేస్ లో ఏం యాడ్ చేస్తాం మనం ఇక్కడ? స్పోర్ అంటే oocyst లో స్పోరో లోపల ఏమున్నాయి? స్పోరోజాయిట్స్. Okay, now this structure, a oocyst with sporozoites is called a sporocyst. Okay, now after few days the sporocyst ruptures. Okay, you can observe here, this is the sporocyst. It ruptured, its wall ruptures. Then what are released? Sporozoites are liberated out. The sporozoites are liberated. After meiotic division occurs. Okay, generally in zygote mitotic division occurs, but here strangely according to Bono and a scientist prakaram, okay, generally manaki in zygote lo mitotic division jarugutundi. Cleavage, we call rapid mitotic divisions, we call it cleavage. We learned in the beginning sessions. Coelom గురించి చదివేటప్పుడు అక్కడ వచ్చింది మనకి. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ Bono and scientists ఏం చేస్తారు? ఫస్ట్ reduction is followed by mitotic divisions. Okay, now these are called sporozoites. The sporozoites are liberated from the sporocyst. The wall of the sporocyst goes, releases sporozoites. Okay, where do the sporozoites release? The sporozoites are released into hemocoel. What is meant by hemocoel? అది మీకు తర్వాత వస్తుంది. Hemocoel అంటే ఓకే, బ్లడ్ తో ఫిల్ చేయబడిన బాడీ క్యావిటీని we call hemocoel. సీలోమ్ అంటే క్యావిటీ, సీలోమ్ బాడీ క్యావిటీ అని చదివాం. hemocoel, హీమో అంటే బ్లడ్. ఓకే, బ్లడ్ తో ఫిల్ చేయబడిన బాడీ క్యావిటీ జనరల్లీ we find in molluscans and in arthropods. ఇప్పుడు ఆ స్టమక్ వాల్ లో నుంచి స్టమక్ పక్కనంతా బ్లడ్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ బ్లడ్ నే హీమో లింఫ్ అంటాం. ఆ హీమోసిల్ లో ఉన్న హీమో లింఫ్ లోపలికి రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు స్టమక్ వాల్ పైన బ్రేక్ అయిపోయింది. ఇదంతా ఈ స్టమక్ పక్కనే ఎవరు ఉంటుందంటే, స్టమక్ పక్కనే బ్లడ్ ఉంటుంది. హీమోసిల్ లో హీమో లింఫ్ ఉంటుంది. బ్లడ్ నే మనం కాక్రోచ్ లో బ్లడ్ ని హీమో లింఫ్ అంటాం. ఎందుకంటే మన బాడీలో బ్లడ్ వేరు, లింఫ్ వేరు. 10th class లో మీరు చదివారు. లింఫ్ మీన్స్ వాటర్. ద వర్డ్ లింఫ్ ఈజ్ ఎ లాటిన్ వర్డ్ విచ్ మీన్స్ వాటర్. ఓకే, అవర్ బ్లడ్ అండ్ లింఫ్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్, బట్ ఇన్ కాక్రోచ్ బ్లడ్ లింఫ్ మొత్తం కలిసి హీమో లింఫ్ అంటున్నారు. Now they come to the hemocoel on hemolymph. From there, అక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి వస్తాయంటే they come to the salivary glands of the mosquito. Where they reside in the salivary glands of the mosquito. ఇప్పుడు ఈ దోమని, ఇదంతా ఇది ఇన్ఫెక్టెడ్ మస్కిటో, ఈ దోమ చింగు పర్సన్ ని కొడితే, if this mosquito bites another healthy person, okay, these sporozoites which are present in the salivary glands, I told you day before yesterday I think, when mosquito bites us, it releases its saliva. Its saliva consists of an anticoagulant hemolysin. Okay, along with that saliva, ఈ దోమ ఇన్ఫెక్టెడ్ మస్కిటో అయితే ఈ దోమ సలైవాతో పాటు మన బాడీ, ఆ పర్సన్ బాడీ లోపలికి the sporozoites also enter along with saliva. Okay, that means that ఆ పర్సన్ లోపల అతనికి కూడా మలేరియా వస్తుంది. బ్లడ్ ఆఫ్ కాక్రోచ్ ఈజ్ వైట్ ఇన్ కలర్. ఓకే, వైట్ ఇన్ కలర్. What is the color of the blood in earthworm? What is the color of the blood in earthworm? Earthworm blood is red. Okay, Vamsi, very good. Are there RBC in earthworm? Are there RBC in earthworm? Are there RBC in earthworm? No. RBC are absent in earthworm. RBC are absent in earthworm, but blood is, what is the color of the blood? No, not green. The answer is red, correct. But RBC are absent. Okay, the color of the blood is not because of RBC. The color of the blood is not because of RBC. The color of the blood is because of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin in earthworm, it is present in plasma. It is dissolved in plasma. But in our body, hemoglobin is not in plasma. Our hemoglobin is present in hemoglobin molecules are inside RBC. Our blood is red, cockroach blood is red. The difference is in our blood, hemoglobin is confined to blood cells RBC. On the other hand, in earthworm, the hemoglobin is dissolved in plasma. The color of the blood in earthworm in human beings is red. Okay, hemoglobin is a pigment, right? Okay, that's the end of this cycle. Okay, life cycle of Plasmodium in the female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, when this mosquito bites a person, okay, from the salivary glands, okay, along with saliva, okay, anticoagulants, and also, okay, sporozoites also enter into his blood. And though further development, ఆ sporozoites ఏం చదువుతుంది మీకు మళ్ళీ తెలుసు. Within 30 minutes ఆ పర్సన్ యొక్క లివర్ లోకి వెళ్తాయి. ఓకే, లివర్ లోకి వెళ్ళి హెపాటోసైట్స్ లోపలికి ఎంటర్ అవుతుంది. దెన్ స్పోరోజైట్ becomes into trophozoite. Trophozoite feeds the contents of the liver cell. Then it becomes a cyzon. Cyzon undergoes cyzogony. Then water form. First generation merozoites or cryptozoites are formed. Okay, well, they have two options. One, they may initiate the erythrocytic cycle, or they may enter into the fresh liver cells. Okay, right? They enter into the fresh liver cell. If they enter into the fresh liver cell, the cryptozoite transforms into trophozoite feeding stem. The trophozoite transforms into cyzon, right? Cryptozoite and cyzon. The cyzon undergoes cyzogony and form two types of merozoite, metacryptozoite. One is micrometacryptozoites, the other one is macrometacryptozoites. The micrometacryptozoites may attack the RBC and start the erythrocytic cycle, whereas macrometacryptozoites, they may attack the fresh liver cell and start exoerythrocytic cycle. But sometimes the macrometacryptozoites, they remain alive for a long time in the liver in a dormant state. Sometimes the macrometacryptozoites, generally they attack the fresh liver cells and they start exoerythrocytic cycle. Sometimes the macrometacryptozoites, they remain. What can you tell me? What are the dormant stages of macrometacryptozoites in? Sir, after losing sporozoite, the mosquito is free of infection. Lohita Reddy. Okay. మన బాడీలో నుంచి ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ అంతా మనం కూడా ఫ్రీ ఫ్రమ్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ కదా. ఓకే, వెరీ గుడ్ వంశీ. Hypnozoites. Okay, hypnozoites are the dormant stages and they may suddenly reactivation of that one. It starts the fresh attacks of the erythrocytic cycle start out there. And then that is called relapse of malaria. Again, there is a new attacks of malaria, that is called relapse of malaria. A very important one, relapse of malaria. Okay, the next one is we are going to conclude this plasmodium right now. Okay, you have to stay 10 more minutes with me here. Okay, what is the pathogenicity? Earlier to in anatomy by histolytica we learned pathogenicity. What is meant by pathogenesis? Pathogenicity, pathology. The word pathology is the study of diseases. Pathogenicity is the capable of causing disease, capability of causing disease, pathogenicity. What is the pathogenicity of the Plasmodium vivax? We are talking here about the life cycle of Plasmodium vivax in particular. Plasmodium vivax, it causes, okay, what type of fever is caused by Plasmodium vivax? Plasmodium vivax causes which type of fever? Plasmodium vivax cause what type of malaria? Benign tertian malaria. Okay, benign tertian, this Plasmodium vivax causes clinical symptom like benign tertian malaria. Tertian ante cheppunam third day fever వస్తుంది after 48 hours. Okay, benign ante anta harmful kaadu, malignant ante very harmful. Next, it also shows some symptom. Bouts of fever and other clinical symptoms are exhibited. Bouts of fever ante fever పోయి వస్తూ ఉంటుంది, not continuous fever. Bouts of fever. Okay, 48 hours తర్వాత ఫీవర్ వస్తుంది, మళ్ళీ ఫీవర్ పోతుంది, again after 48 hours the person gets fever. That is called bouts of fever. Fever is not continuous here, it comes and goes and again it comes. Next one, what are the stages? The symptoms are exhibited in manifested in different stages. One is the cold stage. Okay, during this cold stage there will be chills. Chills means viparitamaina chali untundi. Okay, because of chill, baga chali untundi, the person starts shivering and there will be sweating. There will be there will be headache and giddiness, tala tiragadam. Giddiness, the feeling of everything is spinning around. మీ మొత్తం తిరుగుతున్నట్టుగా, తల తిరుగుతున్నట్టుగా ఉంటుంది. Headache. Next one, chills and shivering. Okay, body అంతా వణికిపోవడం జరుగుతుంది. That is a cold state. The symptoms are exhibited in some stages. One stage is called cold state. The four important points in cold state: chills, shivering, and next one, headache and giddiness, or dizziness or giddiness. Next one is the hot stage. Okay, during this hot stage, there will be fever up to 1.6 degrees Fahrenheit. The fever up to 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, because of this high temperature, the breathing rate increases and also pulse rate also increases. The third stage is sweating state. Okay, here there is a profuse sweating, large amounts of sweat. The cloths which are worn by that malarial patient are completely become wet. Okay, this is a sweating. There will be profuse sweating. Because of that sweating, the temperature comes down. Okay, you know that when you start running, your body temperature starts increasing. When your body's temperature starts increasing, it is above 37, your body starts producing sweat to reduce your body temperature, to maintain your constant body temperature. Same like that. Okay, this person, he got the body is very hot, temperature is very high, okay, around 106 degrees Fahrenheit. To reduce that body temperature, there will be profuse sweating. Because of that sweating, the temperature again drops. Next, I told you what is a relapse of malaria. I explained you. Sometimes macrometacriptogens, they may remain alive for a long time in a dormant state in the liver, and sometimes they may suddenly reactivate and they start the fresh attacks of erythrocytic cycle that would result in again malaria. Okay, that is called relapse of malaria. Next, what is the treatment? Okay, in 10th class you learned. Now I am not going to tell about this one. You have to tell me. In 10th class you learned alkaloids. You learned primary metabolites, secondary metabolites. Primary, Lohita Reddy, answer my question here. In 10th class you learned. There is one plant called Cinchona officinalis. From that plant, from the bark of that plant, we get one drug. Can you name that? New attacks of malaria is called relapse of malaria. Very good, Maulali, right? Okay, Lohita Reddy, whether she is there or not, I don't know. Which drug is obtained from the, I don't know, right? Okay, anyone, many of you, anyone can, it is open to all. Question please, Karthik. Okay, right. In 10th class, you have learned a tabular form in which different types of alkaloids are mentioned. Very good. And Charita gave right answer, quinine. Cinchona officinalis evolent. Question Karthik again asking question from the Cinchona officinalis plant. Cinchona plant. Okay, from the bark of that plant, we obtain one drug which is an anti-malarial drug. That drug name is, okay, they have already typed that answer, that is quinine. Quinine is an anti-malarial. Yasmin is Sri. Okay, first time I am looking this name. Okay, right. Quinine is the right answer. Quinine is an anti-malarial drug which is obtained from the bark of Cinchona officinalis plant or Cinchona plant. Okay, right. Quinine, Maulali, right. Okay, right. What is the prophylaxis? What is the prophylaxis? Malaria రాకుండా మనం ఏ ముందు జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకోవాలి? You know, you are familiar with this term. What is the biological control of malaria? What is the chemical control of malaria? Okay, we have to avoid mosquito bites. We have to avoid mosquito bites. For that purpose, we have to use mosquito nets or mosquito repellents like mosquito coils or jet, good night or all out. Mosquitoes are out, we are also out. By using those chemicals, the better way of using, okay, the better way of controlling, avoiding mosquito bites is the use of mosquito nets, not these chemicals. But we don't follow that. Okay, right. Next, another one. We should not allow the waters to stagnate, especially this is a rainy season. Okay, there will be attacks of malaria. These mosquitoes attack us. Okay, mosquitoes attack it. Okay, we have to protect. That means we should not allow water to stagnate. Another one. What is the biological control of malaria? Ani manam biological ante chemicals lekunda ela control cheyali. This is the 2 marks question. What is the biological control of malaria? Malaria can be, okay, right, very good. Gambusia fishes, Syed. Okay, we have to release larvivorous fishes. అంటే దోమల్ లార్వా ఏమంటాం మీకు చెప్పాను ఇంతకుముందు. కెన్ యూ టెల్ మీ, ఎనీవన్ కెన్ యూ టైప్ యువర్ ఆన్సర్? వాట్ డు వి కాల్ ద లార్వా ఆఫ్ మస్కిటో? హూ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు ఆన్సర్? Who is that first one? Eats larvae of mosquitoes, right? What do we call the larva of mosquito? Anyone? Sir, I have one doubt, sir. What is your doubt? If you have any doubt, you send to my mobile number. I have provided that mobile number with you. What do we call the larva of mosquito? No answer. Japan larva. Okay, right. Very good. Karthik gave right answer. He is the MPC student. Whether the book chusado ledha na teliyadu gaani he is the first one to answer. Very good. Charita following the remaining students also, now they type this answer. They copy it. Wriggler. The larva of mosquito is called wriggler. The larva of mosquitoes live in water. Water lo top water layer ki just below ga untayi. They take oxygen from the air. They have a respiratory siphon. Respiratory siphon ఉంటుంది, దాని ద్వారా అట్మాస్ఫియర్ నుంచి ఎయిర్ తీసుకుంటారు. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలంటే మనం లార్వివోరస్ ఫిష్ వాటర్ ఎక్కడైతే స్టాగ్నెంట్ గా ఉంటాయో, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ రైటింగ్ నోట్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ గుడ్. యు ఆర్ నాట్ రైటింగ్ నోట్స్ బట్ యet you answer this one very good. I appreciate you. Okay, the larva of mosquito is called wriggler. Okay, next we have to, okay, to kill, to reduce the number of these larva of mosquito, we have to release one fish is called gambusia. Okay, right. The larva of, okay, we use the fishes called Gambusia fishes into the water, where water is stagnant. ఆ వాటర్ లోపలికి మనం ఈ గాంబూజియా చేపలు వేస్తాం. గాంబూజియా చేపలు ఏంటి, దే ఫీడ్ ఆన్ larvae of mosquito. That way they are called larvivorous fish. You know, herbivore, carnivore, omnivore, larvivorous fish. And you know some of the insectivorous plants like Nepenthes, Drosera, Utricularia. These all are called insectivorous plants. Ante insects in తింటాయి. ఎందుకు insects in తింటాయి? To get the nitrogen from the insect. These plants grow in the areas where nitrogen is deficient, and to get nitrogen they kill the insect. They have, the leaves are modified into special structures and they can attract the insect and they trap them and kill. Okay, such kind of plants are called insectivorous plants. Ante plants kuda insects in champi tinagalavu. That means that means they can kill and get the nutrients from them. Such plants are called insectivorous plants. Example, Utricularia, Nepenthes. Me botany lo vastayi avanni kuda. Okay, we can use. So mosquito larvae only lives in stagnant water. Yes, running water they can. Mosquitoes do not prefer to lay eggs in running water. They only prefer to lay. If they lay eggs in the running water, the eggs are carried away by the water. Its species does not develop. Okay, they only lay eggs in the stagnant water. They prefer to lay eggs in stagnant water. Okay, that is a biological control using Gambusia fishes, which are the larvivorous fishes. Another one is the insectivorous plants. Okay, plants ni, animals ni, Gambusia fishes we can control mosquito larvae. Another one by using chemicals. Where water is stagnant, we have to pour kerosene or pyrethrum oil. Okay, this oil, it forms a film over the water. Neella paina oka layer form chestindi. You know, when you pour the oil on the in water, it forms a layer. When you pour kerosene, small amount of kerosene or pyrethrum over stagnant water, it forms a layer. Therefore, mosquito larvae do not get oxygen from the atmosphere. They suffocate and they die. ఊపిరాడక చనిపోతాయి larvae. Spelling please, sir. Pyrethrum oil or kerosene, you know, kerosene or pyrethrum oil we have to spray in the stagnant water. It forms a film, a layer over the water. Okay, generally mosquitoes larvae take oxygen even though they are living in water. They do not take the water dissolved in oxygen. They take oxygen from the atmosphere. Okay, when you pour kerosene, it forms a layer. Therefore, it does not get the oxygen. It suffocates. The respiratory system is affected, and they suffocate and they die. Okay, that is one way of killing by using chemicals like those kerosene and the. Next, another one, we have to spray DDT, which is the insecticide. The full form is diphenyl trichloro ethane. This is the full form of DDT, which is also a carcinogen. It is very dangerous. It may also cause cancer. It is also a carcinogen. Carcinogen means yes, ethane. Diphenyl trichloroethane. It is a DDT, full form of DDT, which is an insecticide. We have to spray, we have to apply this DDT where mosquitoes breed, but we should not use too much DDT. Okay, America already banned you. Okay, in America they don't use DDT. Still they are preparing they manufacture it and they export to other countries, but it's very dangerous chemical. It causes cancer. Carcinogen, it is a chemical carcinogen. Carcinogen means the agent which causes cancer is called carcinogen. DDT is also a carcinogen. Cancer causing organism, not cancer causing organism, it is cancer causing chemical. This is chemical carcinogen. There are biological carcinogens. Earlier we learned viruses. Some viruses may cause tumors. Okay, we learned neoplasia. Like not only viruses, some chemicals also may cause cancer like DDT. Another one we can also spray BHC. We also apply benzene hexachloride. Benzene C6H6. You learned benzene in chemistry. Benzene hexachloride, 6 chlorine. So benzene is attached with 6 chlorine. Benzene hexachloride. We can also use this one. We can apply this one where mosquitoes breed. This is the prophylaxis. అంటే మనకి మలేరియా రాకుండా తీసుకోవాల్సిన ముందు జాగ్రత్తలు prophylaxis of malaria. Okay, right. With this, we have successfully completed life cycles of 2 parasites up to now. Both belong to the same phylum, belong to different subphylum, belong to different classes. Okay, those two are, one is Plasmodium, the other one is Entamoeba histolytica. The next 2 parasites that we are going to study next week, Wuchereria as well as Ascaris, which belong to the same phylum like these two. Okay, that phylum is, what can you name? That is Aschelminthes. Okay, that's the end of today's session. Bye to everyone. Okay, take care of you. Tomorrow there will be test. I will send you a link containing some bits. Get ready. The syllabus for tomorrow's test is, I will send you the test around 10 o'clock. The morning around 10 o'clock. The syllabus is from the starting up to Entamoeba histolytica life cycle. From the starting up to Entamoeba histolytica life cycle. Okay, bye everyone. Online sir. ఓకే, అంటే ఒక టెస్ట్ ఒక లింక్ పంపుతాను. ఆ లింక్ లో మీరు ఆన్సర్ చేసి సబ్మిట్ చేయాలి. Along with that, you send your email address also. You have to type in there. All of you send your email address and your name to my mobile number. Therefore, I can understand ఎవరు ఆ ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ ఎవరిది, ఏ స్టూడెంట్ ఎన్ని మార్క్స్ వచ్చాయో నేను ఇక్కడ నోట్ చేసుకుంటాను. You send your email address and your name to my mobile number. I have given my mobile number already in the previous class. I am repeating again, 9494850960. Okay, 9494850960. Tomorrow you have a test zoology. Email, don't know sir. You don't have email. If you don't have email, you can create email in within few minutes. It is not a big deal. Email, don't know sir. Mobile number sir. Again I am repeating. Yes, online exam. If you have to opt the answer right options, then you have to submit the test. Okay, immediately. Okay, as soon as you finish that exam, you get your marks. Up to Entamoeba histolytica, yes. Starting from the starting, Dr. Ella Pragada Subbarao. From the topic ectoparasite, endoparasites, next parasitic effects. Any problem? Okay, name to you cannot submit the exam with name. In that exam only you have to type your email address. మీకు పంపే ఆ లింక్ లో మీ నేమ్ అడగదు, ఓన్లీ ఈమెయిల్ మాత్రమే అడుగుతుంది.